All right, good evening, everyone. Welcome back once again to TCR Trinity Competitive Racing. We are here in season 11 for round 4. To round off this week, it is the platinum class of drivers in this league, bringing us to a close in Hungary. Beautiful, beautiful track, and we've had a couple of classes of absolutely incredible racing so far this week. Silver and gold, especially last night, was extremely exciting. So much close racing, so much close battling and overtaking on a track where a lot of drivers will tell you that it's pretty difficult to overtake. So I think we've been pretty fortunate so far already. And tonight we've got platinum class to also bring us another show here tonight, and we'll see what they can do. In the booth with you guys tonight, once again, is myself, Glenn Machine, and rejoining me after missing a week last time around, it's Connor J. Loft. Welcome back.
Yeah, glad to be back. Good to be back. Happy to be back with you this week. Wasn't feeling too good last week. Had no voice. Wouldn't have been able to hear me anyway. So back and feeling good and ready to go.
All right, so yeah, it's Hungary. It's round 4. We're gonna have a little bit of a week off next week. We're not gonna be racing in any of our classes, so that's gonna give a little bit of rest, almost like a mid-season break for these drivers. Of course, we've got 12 rounds this season in season 11. So basically, this is 1/3 of the way through it. And at the moment, it looks like Tasmanian Devil and Sequid are battling it out for first place in the standings. Tasmanian Devil, though, has got 3 wins to his name, 3 in a row. 100% of all races in season 11 have been won by Tasmanian Devil, and he's also won 4 races in TCR Platinum class in a row now after winning the grand finale of season 10. So he's on a huge, huge run, as we just saw Random Series having a moment there. So coming into this particular race, it's a good question for you, Connor. What do you think in terms of is this important for Tasmanian Devil to win this one, or do you think it's going to affect them at all if anybody else possibly takes that win here today, going into a week off? How would you feel?
Well, I think for Taz, he's had such a good start, getting the 3 wins off the bat, and obviously the fourth with the last win of the last season. So he's basically been on a dominating role right now. But anything can happen. There's still a lot of the season left, so it is a major thing to win this race. He would have won the first 4. He's going into that week off. He's got maybe increasing his gap a little bit more. His gap's quite a little bit open right now, so I mean, unless something catastrophic happens here today, he can still come out of here on top in points. But I'm interested to see what Sequit's gonna do today. He's had chances to win races. He's had lots of chances. He's had some unlucky calls and some questionable stuff too, and just not getting it right basically. And kind of want to see him find his form again, because he's definitely one of the quicker guys. So I'm interested to see what he can do and see if he can, bring back that title charge towards Taz, because right now Taz has got his number.
Absolutely. Ooh, and Sequid losing the back end of the car as he's coming into the last corner. Came in there a little bit too quickly and is only good enough for 4th place, but he is on a medium tire trying to qualify on a medium early on in the session. We still got 13 minutes to go. Bamboo currently leading the provisional pole position, 114.237, with GTR Lion very close behind, 114.5. And we've got 114.687 from Go-To Guy and the other Racing Point. So the Racing Point guys are looking very, very strong at this track early on in qualifying. Of course, the likes of Sequid and Vapor Assassin have only gone out on the medium tires so far. So all of that could switch around very, very quickly once we get some of the sticky red striped tires onto that car. 007 trying to line up for a quick out lap here, for a hot lap, and he's going through the last corner very wide on the exit, opens up the DRS, and he is now running on downhill into turn 1. a hard right-hander, and then you've got a DRS zone right on the exit of it right there. So you got to get a really good exit out of that corner so you can get as much of that DRS zone as possible and get a good run into turn 3, and now into turn 4 is just a tiny little kink to the right. Now here's a very complicated corner, left hand, going a little bit wide. They're almost losing the car. The car did want to snap around on 007, but he is purple through sector 1 right now, coming into turn 6 and 7, the chicane, very nicely through there, cutting the outside of the second chicane corner, and he is coming around turns 9 and into 10. So he's going to be coming to the end of the second sector in just a minute here. And he is purple through both. So this could be a really, really good lap here from 007. Let's go back on board with him as he's coming into turn 13. And the turn 14 is pretty much exactly the same as the previous one, just to the other side. But now you come out to the start-finish straight. You open up the DRS. You're going to run down to the line. 007 is on pole position so far with a 1:14.0. Very impressive time.
Yeah, very quick from him. Very quick from all the guys right now. Interesting to note, Taz is actually going out there doing hot laps on softs right now. He's done 2 laps. He's kind of bailed out on the first 2. He is setting this lap. He did go purple in both sectors too on these tires, and he's bailing out. So I think he's just trying to wind down the time and maybe trying to set a time on the mediums. I'm not too sure what he's exactly doing, but it must be fun for him.
And we are watching Mebi on his first hot lap as he's coming into turn 12 right now on a set of medium tires. He looks to be going nice and smoothly through there, but it looks like he might be... No, he's continuing on that lap. I thought he was going into the pits there for a second. But he's coming around the last corner, opens up the DRS, runs down to the line, and Mebi is still 13th with a 120.3 on that medium tire. I think he might have been using that as a warm-up lap, and he might go for a second run. Of course, the mediums do sort of take a lap or two to get to their optimal temperature, so we'll see how that's going to turn out. But let's go back to the front here. We've got a couple of quick people that are out on off laps again. It's Bamboo, GTR Lion, and Go-To Guy. All 3 of them are out of the pits. Random Sirius was on a lap but had to abandon that one again, and Sequit has come out of the pits for his out lap. So a lot of quick drivers are out there running more laps. How important is qualifying around here, Kano, or how important do you think it is?
I think it's crucial. Honestly, if you can get the medium tires to put in a good lap, whereas you're in the top 10 sort of places anywhere inside of there, you can really optimize your strategy compared to the soft to hard strategy. It's just a little bit easier and a little bit quicker, I would say, because those softs will only go 7 laps, and although the hards can traditionally do that many of the laps, at the end your tires are just so shot, so it really can be crucial to qualify quite high on a different strategy, especially around Hungary where the tire deg is quite high even on the mediums and the hards itself.
Alright, so let's see Sequit coming into turn 1. Huge lockup on the inside right wheel, and he is out of turn 1, running into turn 2 now. He's gonna go to the left there. Ooh, touching the inside curb. That's a little bit dangerous. That particular curb there can really throw the car around in just a split second, but he's done an okay job through there. Now into turn 4. Beautiful run through there, really cutting everything that he possibly can there within the allowable limits. And now Secret running into turn 6 and 7, the chicane. Ooh, a little bit wiggly on the exit there of the first one, but keeps the car in a straight line. We've got a yellow flag ahead. I think that might be Mevi just slowing down for people. And Sequit now coming through turn 11 and finishing the second sector. He is almost 5/10 quicker on his own time in purple through sector 2. And now Sequit coming into turn 12 and 13. And now just one more corner to go for Sequit. Is this going to be a good time? He's currently in 9th with a 1:15.0. and he opens up the DRS and he runs down to the line, and it's good enough for third at the moment with a 1:13.9. So a huge improvement there, and very, very good job from him. Bamboo is still on the lap. No, he's on a slow down lap right
That he
now.
just Sorry to interrupt. He just set actually that 13.6. So Vapor just set the fastest time of a 13.563. Right after that, Bamboo came back with a 13.620. And then obviously as you went on with Sequit. So really quick from all the Renaults right now. The three top cars right now on track. All got the Renault power. I'm interested to see what everyone else has got.
And we've still got 6.5 minutes to go in qualifying as 007 sets off on another hot lap coming into turn 1. Gets a nice, oh, not so nice on the exit. The back end really wanted to switch around on him, but he manages to keep it together into turn 2, nice and tight. And now going into turn 3 and up the hill into turn 4. This is the one that can really spit you out if you don't get it right. Had to lay off the throttle there for a moment, but gets a really good run. And now coming into the chicane, really wide on the exit through turn 5 and now into 6 and 7. Beautifully done. A little bit wide on the exit again, touching the grass. No purple sectors from him just yet, but he is doing a really, really good job right now. He's currently in 4th place with a 1:14.0 and only got a couple more corners. So there we go, a purple second sector and almost 2/10 quicker than his previous time. So 007 is really pushing for it now. Just a couple more corners to go. And let's see if he's going to be able to improve on this time. He's currently just got dropped down to 5th place by Deathwish Tricky, which I forgot to mention is making his return to TCR. And there we go, to 007 into 3rd place, 1:13.8 for him. Pretty good time. But yeah, back to Deathwish Tricky, who's on a hot lap right now as well. He's a driver some of you may recognize from Season 10 and Season 9 as well. He's been here for a while, but then had to leave the league for a little bit, and now he is back again with a return to TCR, currently sitting in 5th place with a 1:13.9. So yeah, exciting to see how well he can do on his second attempt at this league.
Yeah, it's nice for him to have a second go of it. Very nice for him to get a start as well and a very good time. Some very good times from a lot of the drivers today. Most guys are quite close. We're about to see a couple of guys come out. Taz is currently on a lap on the mediums right now. Interested to see what he could do. Glenn, you think he might be able to possibly push for top 5 on the mediums?
Ooh, I mean, that would be pretty tough there, but if he can definitely do it, that'll put him in a beautiful place for the race. Although, again, we've seen a lot of people running alternate strategies this week, and they've actually really worked out for them quite well. So I wouldn't be surprised if somebody pulls out a really nice one last second out of the bag.
Sorry, Taz just went purple sector 2, so actually really going very well in the mediums to take us to the end of the lap.
And here he comes into the last corner, opens up the DRS. Oh, this is going to be a quick one. It's a 1:14.1, so you were pretty close with your prediction there. He's currently in P6. 3.5 minutes to go still in qualifying.
Yeah, I think he's gonna sit on that one. I would think, especially with 3 minutes by the time he gets back to the pit. So he's really timed it. He might even be able to do one more lap. I mean, he might even be able to go quicker because with those mediums, you know, he's probably worked them in. So if he cools down them for a lap and he's got enough time and enough fuel, he could probably go again. But it doesn't look like that is the case. So. Very good lap from him. Interested to see what he can do in the race. But we still got Fight to set a lap too, so interesting to see what his teammate can do as well. Very quick himself.
And Mick Marcotti, he was one of the drivers who was also waiting until the end to go out on a medium tire. He just set a purple first sector, and now doing a pretty good job of running through the second sector. Looks a little bit slow on track because of the camera angles. I find in Hungary are really a little bit weird. But overall, he's doing a great job right now. And let's see, Mick, what sort of a time this is going to be. I think he did lay off of it. Yeah, I think he has
Yeah.
aborted that lap.
Yeah, he's probably going to go again, I would think. The good thing with this is, you put enough fuel in the car, you can kind of go for that second time around on these tires.
All right, so GTR Lion on a brand new set of softs. Ooh, really wide through turn 13, and he is going to board that one and go into the pits. Tasmanian Devil, is he continuing on for another lap? I don't think so. Nope, he's going pretty slowly, but go-to guy right now coming through the second sector. He's about to finish sector 2. Let's see what sort of a time he's going to put up in there. Oh, very wiggly on the exit, but he is purple through sector 2, and he's up by 2/10 of a second on his own time. So right now coming into turn 13, just got one more corner to nail here. Let's see what sort of a time he can do. Currently in 7th with 114.473, and go-to guy runs down to the line, and he does not improve. He stays 7th, exactly where he was, unfortunately. Let's see who else is going to be crossing the line here in a second. We've got a lot of people out on laps. Bamboo has just started another hot lap. Let's go on board with him and see what he can do here. Running into turn 1, braking at about 75 meters. Very, very smooth through turn 1, I gotta say. And now taking the very right entry into this next turn 2 to get a good rotation of the car through there. Doing a pretty good job right now. The Renaults are in 1 and 2 with Bamboo just about 80 thousandths of a second behind his teammate. So if he can improve on this lap by just about a tenth, he can definitely beat him. Vapor Assassin is on his lap as well. He just started another lap a few moments ago and coming through turn 2 right now. But let's see how Bamboo can do through the chicane and coming in through the middle sector. This is the really technical sector of this track. And then the last corner is the one that really catches me out. And he is just purple in the second sector by about 19 thousandths of a second. Bambuki only got a couple more corners to go. Coming into turn 13, the qualifying has now expired, so everybody who's going to be crossing the line, that's going to be their time for this session. Bambuki opens up the DRS, runs down to the line, beats his teammate, 113.536, so only 30 thousandths of a second are going to be separating them. Where is Vapor Assassin? He is coming in through turn 12 and into turn 13 himself right now, so he's not far behind. We're going to find out his time here in just a moment. Through the last corner, Joshua has just retired from the session, as well as a couple of other drivers, but here comes Vapor Assassin, and he's back on pole position, 113.379. Now we still got 007 running here through turn 9, so he's still on the hot lap as well. Where can 007 go? Can he possibly split the Renaults?
Oh, it's going to be difficult to tell as he comes into the last few corners here to see what he can do. He's up a little bit on his time, not too much, but a little bit. That's all he needs. Into the last corner to line. He improves on his time, but he doesn't improve in positioning, but very good from all these guys. Quick times from the top 5, especially 13. That's really good. Almost in the high, almost to the 12s. So really good from the Platinum class today.
Yeah, look at those top 5, all in the 113s, and then we've got a very, very close midfield in the 114s as well. So absolutely brilliant job here, but Vapor Assassin and Bambuki are going to be on the front row. It's a lockout from Renault here tonight for round 4 at the Hungaroring in Magyarország, Hungary. Vapor Assassin in first, 113.379. Bambuki in second, 113.536. And Sequid just missed out on second place with a 113.569. So, wow, very, very close gaps there.
Absolutely. Interesting to note, I was reading in the Discord, I believe it was Vapor himself, who told me there is going to be, it's dry through the start of the race, but towards the end we are expecting to get rain.
Wow, so that might shake things up as well. But running through the rest of the grid here, it's TCR 007 in 4th place, Death with Tricky in 5th, Tasmanian Devil in 6th, Go To Guy in 7th, Chatty Duck in 8th, GTR Lion in 9th, Crooner is going to be 10th. We've got Random Sirius in 11th. Oh, and note as well, Tasmanian Devil in 6th on a medium tire, so that's definitely going to shake things up. Maybe in 12th, Black Angel in 13th, Stanley in 14th, Warriors in 15th, Mick Marcodi in 16th, Joshua in 17th, and FYKV is going to be rounding out the grid in 18th place. He did not set a time. I'm wondering if he has a grid penalty or a qualifying penalty, or if he just possibly crashed out in the session, but we'll find that out later. For now, we are getting ready to start this race. So, Kono, in terms of the strategy around here, there's so many different things that you can do. We drove here on Tuesday. We drove on two different strategies. I started on the mediums and the hards, and I felt like the hards were really, really slow for me in that second stint. You did another strategy, so which one do you think is going to be the best strategy here tonight?
It all depends. Honestly, in our race on Tuesday, we got an early safety car. So I thought, P4 on the softs. I could have gone a little bit longer. Bamboo did decide to do that himself when the safety car came out. Almost got him the win, but didn't at the end. Myself, I went in and got on the mediums, and I felt way faster than a lot of the guys ahead of me. So the medium tires are very quick around here. The hards, I felt they're good, but you don't really want to push them too much, especially if you're trying to eke them out towards the end. You want to make sure you've still got tire life at the end in case you're defending a position from someone who may actually do an extra stop or a different strategy towards you. Other than that, yeah, I just think watch out for Tasmanian Devil. I think he's got some strategy up his sleeve tonight.
All right, so we're just waiting for the clock to start running down. In the meantime, the drivers are picking out their strategies, their fuel loads, and possibly making some last moment changes to their setup. There's only a couple of things that you can really change, like your front wing, and I think that's pretty much it. Or in your brake
Tire
balance,
pressures.
or in tire
Tire
pressures.
pressures, and just the how much brake you can have. You can't change the pressure once you've got that
Yeah,
set.
just the
I
balance.
guess you can do your on throttle, off throttle is the only thing you can also do now.
Yeah, so
And
there we go. And I mean, if we were going into a wet race after a dry qualifying, there might be some changes being made, but I don't think there's going to be too much happening in the start of this race. But I'm excited to see what this Mania Devil can do with that strategy, starting from sixth place on the grid. We don't know what's going to happen in terms of incidents as well. We did see in the first two races of this week that there were definitely some incidents and a couple of safety cars and VSCs and things like that. So obviously that can change the strategy and the outcome of the race very quickly. But looking at the strategies at the moment, so Tasmanian Devil within the top 10 is the one starting on the medium in 6th place. Down from 10th and below, Random Sirius and Mebi are starting on a hard tire. KGB Black Angel on a medium, Stanley on a hard tire, Warriors on a medium, and then Mick Marcodi, Joshua, and FYKV are all electing to start on that hard tire. So very, very interesting choice of strategies. Very different from what we saw last night in Golden Class as well. So I'm very excited to see how this is all going to turn out.
yeah, me too. I like actually some of the choices with the hard tires. To be honest with you, if they are figuring there is to be rain at the end, those hards could probably go until there is rain. So the other guys that have to swap, meaning the soft guys and possibly the mediums, depending on when that rain comes. These hard guys will not, so they'll be traditionally stopping one less time, and they might be able to actually make up some positions and time as well.
All right, so the predicted pit strategies are saying it's going to be a two-stop for those guys that are starting on a soft tire and then possibly going to two sets of mediums or maybe a medium and a hard. I don't think anybody's going to elect to go for that particular strategy because that would be very, very slow unless you have any damage, unless, of course, something happens off the start. We don't know if that's going to be the case. but our drivers are rounding up the last couple of corners on the formation lap, and they're taking their place on the grid. The lights are gonna go on in just a few moments, so everybody that's watching, thank you guys so much for watching already. Leave us a like, send in some more comments, and get ready, get a drink, get a snack, whatever you need, because Hungary is going to be 35 laps of crazy action from what we've seen so far in the first 2 rounds. Alright, so we're going to be on board here with 007. 2, 3, 4, and 5 lights are on. And we go racing here in Hungary for round 4, and Sequid gets a huge start, and he's already battling Vapor Assassin for positions as they're coming into turn 1. Sequid goes around the outside, tries to keep the position there. That's which Tricky is around 007 up into 4th place already. So a little bit of battling. Sequid and Vapor Assassin battling it out into turn 1, and Vapor going a little bit wide there, and Sequid is up into the lead of this race. I think there might have been a little bit of touching there, so we'll have to find out a little bit later, but Vapor Assassin is still right on the back of Sequid here as they're coming up the hill and into turn 5. Very, very interesting start, very quick from Sequid to jump up into the lead of the race right on the opening moment there.
Yeah, really good launch from Sequid. Absolutely got it nailed to a 10th. And just drove down the outside, broke a little bit later than Vapor, but got a better exit out as well and just carried that momentum through to the next corner. Vapor went really wide, and Sequid just kind of took over the position. Let's see what he can do now, because Taz is P5 as well, making a position on 007, so Taz is also there, so Sequid needs to get moving, but Vapor... Oh, there's another. Sorry, there was a glitch. It says on my screen that Vapor's still in first, but it's actually Sequid, so I was just a little bit confused.
Yeah, I had to switch over there to make sure that that was not the case, but no, it's still Sequid in first place with Vapor Assassin in second and Bamboo in third. We do have a couple of people in the pits. Crooner and KGB Black Angel have all come into the pits, and they are changing their tires over to a hard compound for KGB Black Angel. So, interesting choice there. We'll see what happens later on in this race. Vapor Assassin, though, right on the back wing of Sequid. He's really not giving him any space at all.
No, none. Just really pushing. But all these guys are really pushing it. Bamboo staying close. Death Tricky is staying close. Taz has had quite a good start on the mediums. He's right there. These softs will start to basically start to wear really hard in the next lap or two. They'll really start to struggle around lap 5 and 6, so if Taz can kind of keep it close enough at the start, he can gain the momentum towards the end of the race when he comes out on some quicker, hard tires when they're newer than others are. So, interesting to see. Very good strategy and a very good start from the boy.
Yes, and we are now on to lap 3, and that means we have DRS to use on a couple of the sections of this track. Of course, in Hungarian, you only get 2 DRS zones, the one on the start-finish straight, which is very long, and then the one on the exit of turn 1 and going into turn 2 is a very, very short DRS zone, and it's very rarely that we see anybody really gaining any time for there, unfortunately. I really wish there was another zone maybe between turns 3 and 4 going up the hill there. That would be a little bit better. We have a yellow flag. It looks like the Random Sirius is off the track. Yeah, he had a little bit of a spin there coming into turn 5. I think he might have clipped the exit or the apex of turn 4, and that might have spit him out like it really likes to do to a lot of cars. Ooh, Vapor Assassin there on the exit of turn 11 or 12, sorry, touched the outside curb, and his car really wanted to switch ends, but he managed to keep it together and keep it on track. But crucially, he almost got out of the 1 second gap there, so that was very, very dangerous. Still got DRS, but now Bamboo is much, much closer to him. And it's going to be very interesting because, of course, Bamboo is, I'm pretty sure he's no, he's not a reserve driver anymore, is he? No, because he still is, right? Because, yeah, he's still
I think so. Yeah,
he's still in silver class. So
Yes.
here's just being a reserve right now, and I think for a couple of rounds in a row now, he's been really performing at a huge level here. So I think that might be, if he gets another podium here tonight, that should be his invitation into platinum class. But right now, it's really interesting if there's going to be any team commands or if there's going to be any team orders between the two Renault drivers. Of course, Vapor Possessor is a full-time driver in Platinum. Bamboo is a reserve, so does that change the structure and the dynamic within that sort of a situation, do you think?
Absolutely not. As you can see with certain teams in F1, you always go and get those rivals where they're just two very quick. Ooh, sorry, Taz almost went into the back of death there. You had to bail out a little bit. But yeah, sorry, as I was continuing, there's always battles. There's always inch battles between teams like Ricardo and Verstappen, Lewis, Valtteri sometimes, Lewis Rosberg, and then obviously Vettel and Leclerc. So it always happens. So, and they're battling right now. They're side by side.
Yeah, they were side by side through turn 1, and coming into turn 2, Vapor Possessor goes a little bit wide, and Bamboo goes for the switchback. They're still going to be side by side through the next corner. There's not too much there to go, so Vapor Possessor manages to keep second place, and that means Sequid is now 2.2 seconds ahead and out of DRS danger from Vapor Possessor. So they're battling between the Renaults is sort of slowing them down, but also I gotta say, Vapor Possessor is having some trouble on his tires, keeping the car on the track on the exit of the corners, and that's what's letting Bamboo come into this battle and really put some pressure on him. So that could really hurt both of the Renault drivers later on in this race, so they need to figure out their strategy right now. 007 goes a little bit wide there through the exit of turn 11, and now Bamboo and Vapor are still right behind each other, but now they've also got Tasmanian Devil right on the back of both of them. This could really go bad. Ooh, Vapor Assassin there goes super wide, touches the grass, and then jumps over completely to the other side of the track to go into the pits. And he is jumping into the pits, so is 007, and so is Go-To Guy. So they're getting rid of those soft tires right away, and that means Tasmanian Devil is now up into P3 and only half a second behind Bamboo. Sequid, however, is up into the lead of the race, 2.6 seconds clear of everyone else, so he must be pretty happy with the situation right now.
I'd have to agree with that. And the more that Bamboo can keep Taz behind him and Sequid can continue to get away, the better it helps his chances later on in the race. Whether whatever has to happen between the two of them, but I would expect at the end of the race you'd see Taz and Sequid both fighting for higher up paces and possibly the win. So interesting to see what Bamboo can also do, because he doesn't seem to be losing much pace. He's able to keep Taz behind him. Taz is staying close, but around this track you can kind of save ERS because there's not really too many places that you can overtake here. It's quite a difficult track to overtake on. But he dives into the pits too, so he's changing early.
So Bamboo goes into the pits, responding to the other drivers who have already pitted. Sequid is continuing on, so he's not having any trouble on his soft tires in this race, and it looks like Bamboo is going to go onto the hard tire as well. I mean, if there was rain coming later in the race, maybe possibly a set of mediums could have possibly lasted, but of course we don't know exactly when that rain is coming, and even if it's going to get wet enough for us to switch over to any other compounds. So again, we'll have to wait and see for a few more laps, and then when the top guys are going to pit, we'll see how that battle is going to turn out.
Sequid through the little S section absolutely got it fully wrong. The sideways managed to keep it under, but he's really shot those tires now. I believe the rear is screaming on him now. He really almost could have been bad for him, very bad. Sorry to interrupt as well.
Not at all. Yeah, that was definitely very important to mention there, and we're going to see if he's going to go into the pits, and maybe there was lining up a move on GTR Lion for what is currently P3. GTR Lion locks up and goes really wide through turn 13. Maybe is going to move up, and Sequid is going to go into the pits. Tasmanian Devil takes the lead of the race for now, and maybe on his hard tires just moves himself up into P2 for the moment.
Honestly, yeah, you got Mebe, Fike, and Joshua, who all started. Oh, and sorry, Stanley, and maybe Marco. Yeah, Marcoti. So everyone that's basically started on the hard tires, besides Taz, are all ahead of everyone else. So this is really good for some of these guys, especially for Mebe. I mean, if there is to be rain, he's looking like he might actually have a opportunity to maybe win the race from the back of the grid because of his strategy. So obviously long way to go. Anything can happen, but if rain is coming, it doesn't look like it right now with the really blue skies, but in this game it changes so quickly. It's really nice to have that kind of realness to it when it does change. If there is rain, it's definitely going to bring him into possibility of a win.
Yeah, it's turning out to be a very exciting race already, just on strategy alone. Very early stages of this race, only lap 9 of 35, so we still got a lot more laps to do here tonight, and I'm sure a lot of things will change over that time. But Sequid really attacking now, and Mick Marcoti through the last corner. He's not going to wait until that DRS zone. He's going to have the DRS anyways on the straight right now, and they are completely side by side. It looks like Mick Marcoti was trying to defend with his overtake button, but it is no use because Sequid is on much pressure tires, and he's going to go right up there into P6, and that was a very, very clean overtake.
Yes, agreed. Very, very good as well from him because especially he wants to keep that gap to Bamboo and Vapor. He wants to close the gap to the leader, Taz and Mebe and all those guys, because basically he's now stopped. Taz hasn't yet, but when he does, he's going to come out on a fresher set of tires, so possibly could even maybe come out on a set of softs if he thinks there is to be rain still at the end, but you never know. But lots of decisions to be made, but the pace that Secret's got right now is very quick.
Alright guys, well it is only lap 10, so as I said, a lot more laps to do here tonight, but if you guys are watching, thank you guys again for your support of TCR. Make sure you leave us a like on this video, make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet, and also check out the links in the description of the video for a couple of different partners and sponsors that we've got, as Bamboo is going for an overtake on Mick Marcoti here into turn 1. And they're going to be running side by side through there, but Bamboo just edges ahead up into P7 for the moment. Very nice overtake from there. But continuing with what I was saying, our affiliate sponsor, Fanatec. There's a link in the description that will support the league if you need to buy yourself some racing equipment. Use that link, buy some Fanatec equipment, and that will be a huge support for us as well. And also there's a link for the TCR shop on our own website where you can purchase some TCR stickers provided to us by Sticky Fingers Canada. They're only a few bucks, but they are really awesome, and again, they're a huge support for the league. So if you want to support the drivers and the TCR organization altogether, definitely check those out. But continuing on here with a really nice battle that's going on between Vapor and Mick Marcoti. He has not let him up at all, but now also Deathwish Tricky wants to join this little train here. He's currently in P10. He switched over to the medium tire from the soft that he started on, so he decided to go for a little bit of a different strategy here, and that's going to be very interesting. I'm really excited to see that somebody has decided to do something a little bit different. But here comes Vapor Assassin with the DRS on Mick Marcoti on the start-finish straight, and Deathwish Tricky is thinking about joining that fight as well. I think he's going to dive the inside on Mick Marcoti as well. He's not going to get the position just yet, but he gets the DRS on the exit, and I think he's just going to have enough unless Mick Marcoti is going to try and defend it down the inside into turn 2. Ooh, he was thinking about it. There was a tiny little touch there.
Yeah, definitely a tiny little touch, but you know what? Very good move. Deathwish must be knowing something in the inside senses of his nose that it's supposed to rain, and when it does, it's supposed to rain harder than it's gonna, because you know he's definitely on that strategy where all these other guys are done their stops if there's no reason to stop. Whereas he's going to have to stop probably one more time. The mediums are not going to make it to the end. So interesting to see what he can do towards the end.
A lot of battling going on right now in the midfield, but also Sequit is right on the tail of Stanley as they're coming into the last corner here on lap 12. He's going to open up the DRS. He's going to line up a move here. Oh, surely so. There he goes right around the outside there. Beautiful move, and Stanley just had absolutely nothing to defend with on that particular occasion. So that is Sequit back up into P5 on a very, very fresh set of hard tires, much fresher than everybody in front of him, and still in the net lead of this race. Somebody could argue that Tasmanian could be in the net lead, but I would say he doesn't have enough time in the pocket right now for a pit stop in front of Sequit. So I think Sequit has just made up a very crucial position there if he wants to get a win here tonight and beat Tasmanian Devils' ridiculous run of 3 wins in a row in this season and 4 wins in a row in the Platinum class. That is absolutely an incredible achievement. I mean, that is our version of Lewis Hamilton's, what was it, season or championship season 6, where he won, I think it was like 80% of all of the races.
Yeah, it's just been a crazy start from Taz. He's just been a man on a mission, basically, showing what he's got with the Red Bull power. Obviously, last season was with Mercedes, so ironic where he's gone from a Mercedes to a Red Bull. Maybe that's going to continue in this season's coming up, but really good to see. But as for Sequit, again, both guys were teammates last year, so interesting to see what everyone's got. But if you know, through the middle sector, getting a little bit cloudy, but it's I don't know if it's going away. There was definitely clouds there a little bit ago, so clouds are coming, so maybe there is rain coming sooner than we think.
Ooh, that would be absolutely amazing if we get to see a little bit of rain. It would be an exciting moment for this race. We are now on lap 13, so if the race came within the next few laps, it would pretty much be coming right midway through the race. I'm sure that's going to shake things up. And then obviously, these guys were going into the race possibly knowing that the rain was coming, but not really able to make too many changes to their car setup, as we were mentioning right at the start of the race. So when the rain does come, depending on who has what sort of a setup, they might become quicker or they might become much, much slower, and the car might be completely uncontrollable. We don't really know how that's all going to turn out, but stick with us to find out. We are now on lap 14, and Tasmanian Devil is out in front on his medium set of tires that he started this race on. He has a gap of 11.3 seconds back to Mebi in second, and then Mebi has 4 seconds in the pocket over FYKV in third. Joshua in fourth right now, another 2 seconds behind, and Sequit about a second behind Joshua. So right now, actually, Tasmanian Devil is getting to that point where he's almost got enough for a pit stop and come out still in the lead, or in the net lead of the race, so to speak. If he pits now, he will be in about 4th or 5th, right there battling with Sequit. So we're going to keep an eye on when he decides to pit, but I mean, look at that huge gap behind him. He must be feeling pretty good right now, but Sequit is right on the back of Joshua now as well. So he just overtook Stanley. He's now about to make up another position. This guy is he's got so much pace here tonight.
Agreed, definitely. Yeah, with Taz, yeah, he's got that kind of cushion now to Stanley. It's about a 20-21 second full pit stop from entrance to exit. Obviously, this pit stop is really nice and fast because when you come out, you're basically just gunning it down to turn 1. So it's one of those better ones. The Sequit's actually making a move on Joshua into turn 1 here as well. So that move's done with. Fike is next, and that is Taz's teammate. So interesting to see if maybe Fike tries to play some team help and kind of keep him behind a little bit so Taz can kind of stretch out that gap a little bit more.
We've also got a couple of cars here lining up in a nice little train. It's Stanley with Bamboo and Vapor and Deathwish all behind him as well within DRS zone. What happened there?
Vapor got really loose. He got a little bit too much of the inside curb up the hill, and for a second time, he was sideways. I have no idea how he saved it, but very quick reactions to save it, but definitely almost ended his day, I can say that. Whew. A little bit of a heart attack.
Well, yeah, I mean, it could be very, very dangerous. Hungary is pretty much the Monaco without the walls. The corners are very technical. There's slow corners, there's fast corners. You can't really touch too many of the curbs around here, especially if they're the gray colored curbs. Those like to spit you out. And then, of course, we've mentioned so many times turn 4 when you're coming up the hill and turning left very, very quickly. That corner, if you touch too much of the curb there, you could be completely spat out on the other side. Here comes Bamboo on Stanley into turn 1. Down the inside, and he makes that one stick, but Stanley gets a really good exit, and he's sticking right to the back of him. Is he going to think about possibly going for a dive? Nope, he's just going to stick behind him for now, and Bamboo locks up going into turn 2. So it looks like these drivers are having trouble through certain corners. We're getting a really good shot here from overhead as they're coming in through that turn 4. And all three of them get a really good run, but Vapor Assassin is thinking about lining up a move on Stanley. He's going to go down the inside. There he goes. Vapor Assassin overtakes Stanley into turn 6 right before the chicane. Absolutely incredible scenes there.
Yeah, very good move. Very, very, very decisive move. Kind of had to get it done, though, because he wants to keep with Bamboo, because Bamboo, he is fighting technically on track for possession, you know, with the guys ahead yet to pit that haven't, and Sequence just checked out from the guys, especially after the pits. It was about a 2-second gap before the pit stop, and he's just stretching it, and he's making a move on Fike here into turn 1.
Here he comes down the inside into turn 1, and that is P3 for Sequid. Absolutely incredible how quickly he's been able to make up all of these positions. Fike was thinking about possibly fighting it back there, but didn't really have much to offer on that particular occasion. And it looks like 007 has overtaken Stanley and Deathwish as well. So it looks like Stanley's down to 10th place. He lost quite a few positions on just that last lap. I think it was about 4 positions or 3 positions. So definitely starting to struggle either on his tires or just on overall pace here. He has done 16 laps on those hard tires. He started this race on them, and so has Mebi out in 2nd place. So, wow, this could really get interesting very, very quickly here. There could be an incident. The rain could still come. We don't know what's going to happen, but now we're getting right to that midway point of this Grand Prix.
Yeah, interesting to see how long Taz can take those mediums. They're starting to look a little bit grained on the front, quite a bit actually, I would say. There's quite a big line of a gap where you can see where the tires kind of grained a little bit more on the inside of the tire than the outside. His rears are looking, again, there's some quite a heavy deg on both front and rear tires, so getting towards the end of these tires, I would think he'd have to be pitting in the next few laps here. And then obviously we'll see where that puts him on track compared to Sequid and that. But Sequid's even closing the gap more now that he's got some fresh air and some space just basically to open up and go.
Yeah, I mean, if I was Tasmanian Devil right now, I'd be waiting for Mevi, Fike, and Joshua to make their stops and then responding with a stop of your own. So it's going to be super tight. I really don't know how this race is going to end up, but some people are sending in some predictions. Charles Pruitt says it's going to be Taz, 007, and Bamboo in the top 3. That could definitely be the case, but honestly, I think Vapor Assassin definitely is going to have something to say about this, and right now it might be looking like Sequid and Tasmanian Devil are not done with this race at all. They have a good position, they have good strategy, they seem to have no problems on their tires whatsoever, especially Sequid. I mean, he's going to be pushing those hards for a really, really long time. He's only done 10 laps on them. It's turning out to be a very, very exciting Grand Prix here in Platinum class. Here comes Vapor. Vapor Assassin, down the inside of turn 1 on Bamboo, and that's P6.
Good move. I mean, Bamboo's coming back, but Vapor's got that DRS. I'm just happy to see, even if you're in a team that you're playing it fair and you're still battling each other hard. They've been battling since lap, what, 1 and 2 basically, so they've been going at it the whole race, but yet they've kept it clean between each other. They've passed each other. They've come side by side with each other, but you know, they're so, it's nice to have clean racing between the two of them still.
Yeah, definitely nice to see no team orders as well. Just clean racing on track, open to the drivers to do whatever they want. And again, as Kano mentioned there, they've been doing an incredible job of staying out of each other's way while overtaking, while battling, and being side by side. And they haven't lost any positions because of that either. So they are still in a very, very good position for the rest of this race. They're only about a lap or two older tires than Sequit, so they could still be up in the running there at the top. And Tasmanian Devil is going for another lap on his tires. He's now doing 19 laps on medium tires. So we were talking about some people having struggles on the hard tire after 19 laps, but no struggles for Tasmanian Devil. Oh, and who is that? I think that might be...
It's Chatty Duck. Yeah, Chatty Duck's around on the inside wall. I'm not too sure if he has damage. No, he doesn't have damage, so he must have just hit the wall slightly after, but he definitely spun on the... I'm not too sure what happened there. I don't think he was too close to anyone. I thought there was a little bit of gap to go to guy and a couple guys in front of him, or behind him, and even in front of him he had a little bit of a gap, so I'm not too sure what happened there. And Vapor's out! Vapor's DNF'd.
And we have a virtual safety car, and we're just coming up to the section where he DNF'd. Let's see from on board with Chatty Duck. Yeah, he's in the wall. He's missing a couple of wheels. Wow, that is very, very unfortunate. Sequit is going to take this opportunity. It worked out for him very well. The timing was absolutely perfect, and he's going to change his tires right now. He's going to put on a medium set, and he's going to be much, much quicker for the rest of this race. And this helps him out so much because all of the rest of the drivers are slowed down a little bit. As we go back to green now, he's going to lose much less time than he normally would have under a pit stop. But, crucially, Tasmanian Devil and Mebi have not pitted. Neither has anyone else except for Death Wish Tricky, who's pitting now. And I don't think that's going to save him too much time, unfortunately.
No, interesting call from Sequit. I know it's less time than on a VC. It depends if Taz comes in the next lap, but right now, I mean, Sequit's got to make up 10 seconds real quick, because when Taz comes out, although we'll be on the hards, and yes, you'll be on a quicker tire, but that's quite a big gap now that Taz could have to Sequit.
And he's staying out. He's still staying out.
It just, I'm not too sure. Especially if there's supposed to be rain, unless maybe Sequit's thinking, okay, if I put on a set of mediums now, I can push to the end, and if the rain does come and it is late, then maybe my tire life won't be as bad as it would have been on the hards. That's all I can think about. He is possibly trying to eke it out to the end, and even if it does rain, to stay out on those tires. It's all anything I can think of now.
The track is getting darker, especially in Sector 3. If you look at the track, it's pretty much completely grayed out right now, so we could possibly have rain, and maybe that's the reason Tasmanian Devil doesn't want to pit. But here comes GTR lying down the inside into turn 1 on Mick Marcotti, and that is a position. No, that's not a position made because he goes really wide, and he is going to have to battle for this position still with Mick Marcotti, but with that DRS, that allows him to keep P11 for now in this race. And now he's also getting overtaken by Deathwish Tricky, and now there's a little bit of a touch between Deathwish Tricky and Mick Marcotti, but Deathwish Tricky looks like he's going to keep the position, and he's now up into P12, and Mick Marcotti's down into P13, so a very, very quick exchange of positions there. And now I gotta say, the rest of the track is getting very, very dark, and I feel like there might be some new weather changes coming very shortly.
Sequit making a really big dive bomb move on Stanley, making it work. But yeah, like you said, with these clouds, it's really getting dark. But what you're seeing from Seeker right now is he is all out attack right now. I'm thinking, yeah, he's got nothing to lose now. He's basically saying, I'm gonna try and go to the end on these tires, and he probably could make it to the end. Definitely, as you can see from Taz, still taking those mediums 22 laps. That's impressive as well in itself.
All right, so it's lap 23 of 35, so we still got about 12 more laps to go. If the weather comes now, it could be a game changer here for a lot of these drivers, especially for those who have pitted under that VSC. They're going to have to pit once again and lose a couple more seconds there, so that's going to suck for them. But other than that, right now there's a little bit of a gap between all of the drivers. There's really nobody within the DRS zone except for GTR Lion in P12 on Death Wish Tricky. So I think we're just waiting it out right now to see how this weather is going to turn out. Sequit has just set a fastest lap, and he's just set a fastest second sector as well. So on those medium tires, they're starting to come into temperature, and he's really starting to get it. But there we go. I think I just saw, yep, the first drops of rain are now coming down.
Yeah, and this is played right into Taz's hands, basically. Sequit's trying to make up as many positions as he can now, but I just wasn't, I didn't understand why he was going to pit if the rain obviously was coming, but unless this rain maybe just stays like this to the end, still can't see it staying dry the whole time. Looks like it might rain enough, but depends how long Taz can hold on to those tires now for sure, because it's not going to be wet enough for quite a little bit. This track, once it's wet, stays wet for quite a while, but until then you can actually keep dry tires on it for quite a while until it really gets slick.
So Sequit there overtaking 007 for P6 at the moment, but now with this rain coming in, this could really change things up. Tasmanian Devil is still staying out there because of course it's way too early to pit in now. He's using his overtake button to try and gain some extra time. He has got, it looks like, about 20 seconds back to Sequit, so he's got exactly what he needs in terms of pit stop time to keep his lead and not have to battle anyone, but it will be pretty close. We'll have to wait and see. Sequit is now gaining another position on Bambuki on the start-finish straight, so Sequit is now up into P5, and that gap, that pit stop gap, is closing very, very quickly.
Yeah, and interesting to note, Mebe has actually closed the gap down quite a bit to Taz as well. That gap to Tasmanian Devil a little bit ago was at, I think, 11 seconds. So back down to 6. So these hards are now coming to the point where he's now got the tire life, because I've seen someone do about 32 laps on this. Tasmanian Devil is at the end of his tires. There's nothing left on these tires. He's just mind-blowing me that he is still able to keep on the track right now after 24 laps on a set of medium tires. That in itself is absolutely incredible. And he's going again for another lap.
Yeah, and Sequit is going for another position here on Joshua, and we've still got DRS enabled, so the conditions are still not quite right for the intermediate tires, so Tasmanian is going to have to do another lap on that medium compound. I honestly cannot believe that he's done so many laps on those tires. Joshua is going to jump into the pits. Let's see if he's going to go for the intermediate or if he's going to stay with dry tires. That's going to be the first person to pit under these. Yeah, those are inters. Those are the green striped tires coming out for Mr. Joshua. And he's going to be coming out around P10 or P11 there. We'll have to wait and see exactly, but now this is going to be sort of the measuring stick for how these tires are going to do on track. If Joshua is able to put in some good laps, then maybe that is good enough for the changeover time, but so far I haven't seen the message coming in about DRS being disabled.
No, but you can really see Taz really having to take it easy now. The rain is starting to come down a little bit heavier, but yeah, I don't see the track getting wet enough right now. I would have to say, as we speak, until I start seeing Secret's pace really start to trickle off, it's really looking like he is the one to really be gaining a lot of the time. It is starting to get a little bit wet and slip in sections because I can start to see Secret actually on board with him, struggle a little bit, and they're all actually going in for inters, so it is the time now. Taz has actually stayed out again, so this could be really bad for Taz. Or really good, honestly. It just depends if he's gone one lap too late. It depends on that DRS. Usually says it's no longer active, but with like, oh, and Taz, oh, he just saves it. Oh man, I'm
That
not
was
too
a
sure if he
big
caught
twitch. That was a really
Yeah,
big twitch from the car, and just compared to his normal pace, he's going so slowly around there. He's really just nursing the car around. We now have a yellow flag in sector 2. Looks like Kruner has had a moment through the exit of the
yeah,
chicane.
yeah, and he's coming right out where Taz is. So Taz really gonna have to take it easy. Well, Mebe, Fike, Secret are all Bamboo. Deathwish Tricky is another one that's going to be caught out by this too, because you can see how much quicker Bamboo is just on those fresh set of inters, but Deathwish just will be able to fall away on the straights, but it's the corners where they'll start to lose some time. But Taz really starting to lose some time because he can't keep it on track right now.
And there's the
Really
message.
sliding.
There's the
Yep.
DRS disabled message, and Tasmanian Devil jumps into the pit lane right now. Ooh, almost losing the car there through the pit lane. Keep it together. Don't get a speeding penalty. He's good. He's going to be coming in. Okay, but this is where it gets really interesting. Where is Mebby going to be when Tasmanian Devil reaches the exit of that pit lane? Because I bet you it's going to be pretty close. Mebby is coming around the last corner right now. Tasmanian Devil has made his change, and he's coming out of the pits. He's got to make it to the end of that line. Mebby is going to be right there behind him. I mean, this is going to be super,
He's
super
got
close.
him, I
As
think,
they're
yeah.
coming into turn 1, they're going to be side by side.
Oh, send
They're
it deep.
literally going to be
Oh,
side by
they
side. There's a
touch.
bit of a touch. And, oh, it's Tasmanian Devil going around. He almost went around, but he managed to keep the position. And Tasmanian Devil stays in the lead of this race, but just by inches. And Mebby has got more heat in those tires by now, so that could possibly come into his advantage. Wow, was that close.
Yeah, very close. Not too sure how much of a touch there was to each car. See if there's any damage. Didn't look like it on board, but really close from the two of them. That just shows what Taz going another lap really cost him almost. Death Wish Tricky definitely has been caught out too, going that extra lap. Should have probably come in when everyone else did in the first place. Just lost a lot of time. Same with Secret again. Considering where he could have been with those hard tires, he could have been right closer to Mebe and maybe a little bit closer to the gap. Because look where Fike is. I think he would have been closer than that where Fike is right now. So Secret may have cost himself by coming in under that VSC as well.
It's unbelievable, but Tasmanian Devil manages to keep that lead, and he's leading another race in Season 11 in Platinum class. Absolute 100% domination so far from Tasmanian Devil. We've still got 6 more laps to go, so he still needs to bring the car home. Cannot make any major mistakes. Maybe he's only a second behind him. Of course, we don't have any more DRS to use in this race. So it's going to be much, much harder now to overtake. So the only hope that I think maybe he has is that maybe Tasmanian Devil makes a mistake somewhere. Maybe he spins the car. Maybe he touches a curb. And then you can jump on that opportunity. A little bit further down the line, we've got 007 trying to catch up on Bamboo for the battle for P5 right now. Both of them on those medium tires. It looks like the rain is getting a little bit more intense now as well on track. So again, that still might change something in this race, and we might see the effects of it on some drivers. But this is a very close battle here in the midfield with Bamboo, 007, and Joshua following pretty close behind within a second of each other. But other than that, we don't really have anybody too close. Everybody's got their own sort of race right now in these sort of weather conditions. That's pretty much what you would hope for. You don't want to be right there in the pack. and missing, your braking zones, or possibly somebody else misses a braking zone and takes you out. So, you want to have a little bit of a gap, but I'm sure some of these drivers are going to still try and push to overtake and get another couple of points in tonight's Grand Prix. But what a race it's been now. 30 laps done, 5 more laps to go. Tasmanian Devil in the lead by 1.4 seconds over Mebby, but there's still something that could happen.
Lots, obviously, with the rain comes the added bonus of you could just basically lose the rear at any time around this track. It's one of those unique tracks where, like you said, it's Monaco without the walls, but obviously it still has some barriers. But there's so many places you could just lose a wing or lose the edge of the car, and especially when you add the factor of rain, it just makes a difference. And I think he was in the pits. Yes, he was. Okay. So a little bit different, retired in the pits, unfortunately, but
But a
yeah, I was
safety
just
car
about
is
to
still
say
brought
that.
out.
Huh?
A safety car has been brought out. It's a full course yellow, and we have a safety car for what was, I think, a retirement in the pits.
Oh, no, I don't.
No,
Maybe he
never
wasn't.
mind. He
Maybe.
crashed on the exit of turn 4.
Oh wow! So as I was speaking about something could happen, right then and there, and Random Sirius has retired too. Where did he retire?
He did retire in the pits.
Okay, okay, so he's probably saying. But honestly, with a full course safety, Secret, yeah, honestly, anyone from Secret down, I think you come in. I think you take a fresh set of inters.
And Sequid is doing
I
that right now. He's the only one, though. I don't see anybody else coming into the pits unless... Nope, I don't see anyone else. So he's going to be the only one. So he will lose a couple of positions here to Bamboo, to 007, to Joshua, and
probably
possibly
Joshua.
Stanley.
Yeah, I'd say Stanley as well. Yeah, this might not actually work out in the best way, but honestly, if you've got nothing to lose, might as well say with some of these guys. The only thing I will say is the tire pressures. I would want to know what the tire pressures are on the top guys like Mebe, Fike, Bamboo, when they came in that lap previous to where the DRS was enabled. I'm wondering on the exit if they indeed did get some, a little bit of the extra tire wear, and that's maybe why Secret came in. It's the only thing I can think of again to why he would. But he's definitely, like you said, he's got nothing to lose now. He was in fourth. Changes tires. If he is the fastest guy out there and he can make it a difference, it is possible for him still to possibly push for a podium or even the win. If anything can happen into turn 1. So it's going to be a fantastic finish concluded with this rain.
Oh, absolutely. I think we are very fortunate here tonight. We had a dry qualifying, so everybody pushed to their maximum potential there. We had a nice first half of the race completely dry, and then this rain came in, and now with the safety car reset, the big reset button has been pressed. Everybody is going to be close up together. We're going to have a big battle for the last couple of laps of this race. And Tasmanian Devil, I mean, as much as I love seeing his performances over the last few races, and he's been dominating, and he's fully deserving of this win here tonight with the alternate strategy that he started on, I still want to see somebody try and challenge him at the end and try to take that spot away from him. So this is going to be absolutely incredible, guys. If you're watching, you're in for a great finish, as Connor mentioned. We're going to have a blitz for a couple of laps pretty much between all of the drivers in wet conditions around Hungary on intermediate tires. Get ready for a great last couple of laps here.
Yes, definitely agree with you there. One person, obviously, the one thing to note, everyone's going to have full power and full ARS if they want to use so, because they'll be able to save enough of the fuel up to make it to the end here with the safety car. I do expect if they do, yeah, I would think they're going to go around one more time just because of the back guys are a little bit too far away. Still possible for them to go this lap, but I would think they would go with 2 to go here. So It's gonna be a real fun finish to watch for the last two laps. It looks like here because it doesn't say safety car is coming in as yet, and not everyone has caught up. In fact, to the pack, you got two guys at the back, Warriors and Mick Marcodi, still trying to catch up, and KGB as well.
Yeah, so we're only going to get the 2 laps of racing here to finish off this race, but I think they're going to be really, really exciting 2 laps. It's all going to be down to the restart, really. What is Tasmanian going to do? I mean, so far in the first 2 classes, we've seen everybody going on the throttle right on the exit of the last corner and pretty much pushing it from there. But is that going to be the case for Tasmanian? Is he going to try and bunch up the pack right to the line? It could go either possible way here. Is possibly Mebby or Fike going to be challenging into turn 1? Sequid is down into 8th place, so he's going to have a lot of positions to recover. But again, that's when you can recover a lot of positions. If the guys in front of you are caught napping on the restart, you can probably jump at least 2 or 3 positions there. It all just going to depend on what's going to happen at the restart. Let's look around here. It's a long track, so we're still waiting for the safety car to get to the end of the second sector. That's usually when we get the message that the safety car will be coming in on this lap. But for now, it is wet conditions, intermediate tires, and safety car restart for the last couple of laps here in round 4 of season 11 of Platinum class in TCR Trinity Competitive Racing here at the Hungaroring. Wow, I mean, we've already seen a great race so far, but now I cannot wait to see this restart.
Yeah, and we this time with everyone obviously now making it up before you go into the little last sector. It should go off, and then it's from there. It's all out chaos. It's 2 laps to go. There is just it's gonna be a battle to the finish now. Everyone's on the same type of tires. Sequit and Taz look like they got the youngest tires far up there. Taz is in the best position. What can Mebe do, starting really far at the back? Fike as well. What can Bamboo do, as he is trying to, I would think so, is trying to get a full spot in Platinum, and definitely right now deserves it after his consistent pace throughout the first 4 weeks of racing in Platinum. Well done to him as well. 007 will say something, but here we go.
And here we go for the restart. Tasmanian Devil is not pushing just yet, but he goes for it. And Mebby was sliding through the last corner there and didn't really get a good restart. And he is very, very far behind. Here comes FYKV into turn 1. Nothing else happening here right now. Unfortunately, no change of position. Sequid is overtaking a position on Stanley there up into P7. But other than that, also Go-To Guy manages to get up the position over Stanley as well. So a couple of positions gained there from them. FYKV is starting to catch up to Mebby, but still, Tasmania Devil got a perfect restart. And I think Mebby just touched the throttle a little bit too early there, trying to catch up to him, and he lost out on a lot of time on that safety car restart.
I'd have to agree, yeah. Bamboo is, again, another one that got caught out. Looks like a little bit gap to the top 3. Yellow flag. Not too sure what that's all about.
And that's Warriors in the wall on the exit of turn 5. So he has some damage to the front wing as well. That's not going to help him out. It looks like GTR Lion has just been, or just overtook Mick Marcodi. I think Mick Marcodi made a mistake somewhere as well. And that's a position up for GTR Lion. But back to the front, Tasmanian Devil 1.6 seconds ahead of Mebby. FYKV about 0.8 of a second behind. And then there's this nice little battle for P3 and 4 going on here. Mr. Joshua, 007, Bambuki, and Sequid are all very, very close to each other on the start-finish straight right now as we're starting lap 35. This is the last lap of this Grand Prix.
Yeah, right now it's looking like Taz is kind of comfortably been able to reset. He's been comfortable since the start of the race, honestly, on the mediums. I'm still amazed how he got those tires to go that long. And even when the rain came and he struggled a little bit, he still kept it under and was able to get back out in front. Mebe, what it could have been if he would have got ahead of him at that time. But hats off, he's just on another level right now. He is the difference in Platinum right now for the reason why he is pulling away from a lot of people in the championship right now.
Yeah, absolutely incredible performance. It's just unbelievable how someone can come in every single week and just absolutely dominate every track that we go to. And he's done the same thing here tonight. He qualified in P6 on a medium tire and took that tire for 24 laps. Absolutely unimaginable feat here tonight from Tasmanian Devil. He is coming around the last corner. He's going to be crossing the line for what is going to be win 4 out of 4 races in season 11 and a 5th win in a row in the Platinum class for Tasmanian Devil. Absolutely incredible drive here tonight in Hungary. Mebe in second, FYKV in third. Bambuki is going to get P4, and another amazing performance from him in this Platinum class. And wow, I mean, just an unbelievable race. We had that safety car, we had rain, we had everything that we could possibly ask for. We had some great overtaking moves. FYTV gets driver of the day, getting to the podium all the way back from the back of the grid. Amazing performance from the Red Bull drivers tonight, and they are going to extend their lead at the top of the table, both for the driver Tasmanian Devil and also for their team for Red Bull. They're going to be they're already about 30 points ahead of McLaren, but now this is going to give them quite a few extra points. And McLaren tonight, unfortunately, not getting too many points. Sequid making that second pit stop under the safety car at the end of the race definitely did not work out for him.
No, it didn't, and it all came honestly under the VSC. I think that's what cost him, and then again changing tires. It just, yeah, it wasn't his race after what a brilliant start it was.
So yeah, so P3 for FYKV, Bambuki in P4, 007 in P5, Joshua in P6, Sequid in P7, and also gets the fastest lap of the race with a 116.905. Go-to guy in 8th, Stanley gets 9th place, and Chatty Duck gets the last point on the grid here tonight in 10th, Deathwish Tricky in 11th, GTR Lion in 12th, Mick Marcodi in 13th, KGB Black Angel in 14th, and Warriors in 15th place. Random Serious, Crooner, and Vapor Assassin unfortunately did not finish this race tonight, but honestly, the talking point is going to be the one and only Tasmanian Devil, starting P6, onto P1 at the end, maybe starting from P12 onto P2, and FYKV P18 to P3. Absolutely unbelievable, and I cannot wait to hear from all three of them in our post-race interviews here tonight. But in the meantime, Connor, any other notes on tonight's race so far?
I just can't get over some of the strategies. Brilliant from FYKV Mebe for basically pulling off the hard to enter strategy, which was the perfect call. And we weren't sure about the mediums. Some of the guys actually changed, but Taz was able to do 25 laps on medium tires with rain, and just hats off to him, because that is absolutely nuts. Those tires are basically probably so close to popping at any moment that he would have to probably just be so careful around the track. And especially when it got wet and it started sliding, more chances of a tire going deflated and everything. So yeah, just can't believe it.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that was incredible. We'll hear from him in a moment, but I did see that FYKV has joined us in the party here in the second Red Bull, teammates to Tasmanian Devil, and coming from P18 from the very back of the grid all the way up into P3 and a podium here tonight. So first of all, I want to just ask FYKV, congratulations on P3, but that qualifying, you didn't set a time at all. Was that on purpose, or did something happen there? Yes, very well. and still you managed to recover to P3 throughout the race with the right strategy, with good driving in the rainy conditions as well. But tell us about that safety car restart. We were sort of hoping to see some position changes, but it seemed to me that it was really difficult to put the throttle down out of the last corner for both yourself and maybe in front of you. Was that the case? All right, Connor, any questions for our P3 finisher here tonight, FYKV?
Just congratulations on the first podium of the season. Of course, you've definitely had some strong performances, and today you showed you came from the back of the field, whether it was due to your own self doing the strategy or just an unfortunate things that can happen in qualifying where you just go a little bit wide or you lose it a little bit. But yeah, it managed to work out the strategy perfectly, and you got it to the end. Just wanted to note as well that Mebe will not be able to make it. He has a 6-month-old to take care of, so congratulations to him too on his podium, and he's a rock star for taking care of his kid instead of coming here.
Absolutely. Yeah, congratulations, FYKV on P3. Good luck for the rest of the season. We've got a little bit of a week off. Any big plans you've got for the week off? All right, congrats on the podium. Amazing performance here tonight. And let's move on to your teammate, Tasmanian Devil. Another win. I mean, honestly, I'm getting kind of tired of talking to you in post race interviews. I don't even know what to ask you anymore. But this is now win 4 out of 4 races in season 11, and obviously, nobody can take that away from you. The performances that you've been putting in are absolutely unbelievable, incredible. Just week in, week out, you come in and you surprise everybody in this class. So, I mean, what is it? Do you have some sort of secret, or is it the equipment that you're using? What's letting you put in this sort of pace every single week?
I'm just fast. There's nothing more to it. I'm just quick and consistent.
All right.
I wouldn't say that there's some secret to why I'm winning so much, but no, it's just that I'm consistently qualifying towards the front, and I'm avoiding mistakes, and yeah, that's what's helped me win so many races in a row.
Well,
as we've seen, Pisassen and Seek would have the pace to keep up with me and win races, but they've made mistakes, and that's why they haven't taken me off my streak. But I'm sure it will come to an end eventually. It's just a matter of time. But I'll try and keep it going as long as possible.
And let us know, how did those medium tires feel after, what was it, 24 25 laps that you've done on them?
Yeah, they felt terrible. Especially when it started raining. I was just skating off the track everywhere. I knew I had a decent gap, so I didn't think I was at too much risk of being overtaken, despite staying out one more lap later than I should have. But when I pit, I got held up by the AlphaTauri. It's pretty ironic considering that's a sister team, and nearly got overtaken. But I was able to hold on to the position barely, and from then I just pulled away, and the safety car came out. So yeah.
Okay, well, I mean, 4 wins in a row, 5 wins in a row if you're counting the season finale of season 10. How are you feeling overall? I mean, now we're going to have a week off. Are you going to take this week to relax and take a break from the game, or are you going to take this week to more sort of focus on your driving even more and come in even stronger into Belgium?
Well, I've got some races in other leagues that I plan on doing. So I mean, I'll be playing the game less. Just I won't be taking a break from it though. But yeah, going into Belgium, I think I'll do well again. I mean, my pace is pretty good. But of course, you never know what will happen. So I'm just gonna do the best I can, and whatever result I get is, I'll take it.
All right, Connor, any questions for Tasmanian Devil, 4-time in a row winner?
No, I'm pretty sure he made it self-explanatory when he responded with, "I'm just quick." It's self-explanatory. He's just basically lining up the season. He's here. He knows he's quick. He knows what he's got. He's not worried about what everyone else is doing. He's just worrying about his own race. As you've seen today, superior on the strategy. Managed to take those mediums longer than anyone else would have even expected them to go. Went on to the inters. Didn't look maybe for a second with Mebe, but held it underground. Did his own thing, and just on the restart, got his gap, kept it, built it, finished the race. It's just a simple day in the office for him now.
Well, sounds like it's easy peasy there, and possibly maybe the season wrapped up, but we're still gonna have 8 more races in season 11. So, Tasmania Devil, congratulations once again, and good luck for the rest of the season.
Thanks. Also,
All right.
it's not easy by any means. It's stressful, just trying to maintain this level of performance, but I'm happy to do it.
Oh, yeah.
Here we go again.
Secret had that one, so I guess, yeah, if there is one flaw to your game, it is that you did not have the fastest lap. You only had 26 laps on those mediums. No big deal.
Honestly, I'm just happy the tires didn't explode. Yeah.
25 to be exact, 25 laps.
All right, folks. Well, if you missed out on this race, I would urge you to go back and rewatch it because this one was an incredible one. And of course, we're not going to have any racing here next week. We're going to take a little 1-week break before we come back into Belgium with Silver Class on Tuesday in 2 weeks, and then obviously Golden on Wednesday, and the Platinum Class are going to be back on that Thursday as well. So, other than that, I think, everything has been really well put here tonight in terms of the performances from everyone and what happened in the race. Again, we had rain, we had a safety car, we had an incredible amount of battling on track at a track where normally, people say it's hard to overtake, but tonight there was a lot of position changes. Connor, any last notes or anything else you want to add?
No, just have a good week off, everyone that was here tonight. All the drivers, enjoy that time as you will. And when we go to Belgium, I expect it to be just as it is. Very quick, very fast. Every tier has lots of competition, so you should definitely check out both Gold and Silver. We got some great comms in there as well with some of the guys throughout the league that do that. They're brilliant in their own. And can't wait to in a week.
All right, Connor, and thanks again for joining me in the booth for another great commentary. I really look forward to us coming back in a couple of weeks. But at that point, thank you guys for everyone that's been watching. You guys are always awesome for watching our streams. Make sure to leave a like, leave a couple of comments. Check out the links in the description for our affiliate sponsor, Fanatec, and check out their gear. Using that link, you'll be supporting the league in doing so. There's also a link in there for our TCR shop where you can get some TCR stickers. Their Season 10 stickers, their Season 11 stickers. There's a couple of different configurations. They're only a few dollars, but again, they're a huge support to this league, to TCR in a whole, and we're trying to really grow it as much as possible and keep on producing this great action for you guys every week. So thank you again for watching. Thank you also to all of the Platinum Class drivers. all of our stewards and officials and everybody else who works on the league every single week. We will see you in a couple more weeks' time. We're going to be off for 1 week, as we've mentioned, but we will be back in 2 weeks at Belgium, and I'm sure that's going to be an exciting race because Belgium never disappoints. One of my favorites, and I cannot wait for that one. So thanks, everyone. Have a great night. We'll see you very soon.